So we're gonna start out with World 1 here. This is by far the most grinded category of this contest so far. Kanga put in the first time, put in like a 49-minute. I mean, I know she's done better than that since then too, but it's she has trouble getting runs in while her dog isn't bothering her. Teeks, 11 days ago, hasn't been doing this, been doing other categories. Teeks has some of the other records right now. He's actually doing really well. Cartridge blowers, he's like in numbers. He's in second place for like 3 categories now. I feel bad. He was gonna be in at least one video today, and we kind of lost out on that to Teeks taking his World 5 from him like an hour before the show. So that was kind of funny. Sanders is in first place. That 15:08 is actually a very good time. I do see some time saves, but again, this is probably the hardest time to beat right now. If you were getting into this fresh, you'd probably want to do another world, especially because there are still worlds here that have no times. So World 7, no time. World 6, no time. Free world records, free $20 up for grabs. Well, you know, unless somebody comes behind you and beats you. But yeah, so this is the current best run we have for World 1. This part isn't part of the run. It's not part of the run until you enter the first world. I'm the one giving out the prizes, so it doesn't matter if I do them. I find it interesting that people are using fire. I get it, sort of, but I would probably just not use a power-up and just skip the menuing. Because I don't think it saves much time. I think there's probably a way to kill these Goombas and stuff in a way that you can probably squeeze through without much of a time loss. This plant here is the biggest reason to have it. I could see that plant being a reason to get fire, but mostly it's the next level that people probably have it for. Ryanizer, what's going on, buddy? We're going to turn Sanders down so we can do commentary on this thing. So he's getting better at the P-speed strat there, although the any percent run might have a better movement there. See the any percent run right here, or not here. Am I hailing for a taxi? So we would turn back on this Goomba, bounce off of him and go on top of these coin blocks, jump from the coin blocks on top of that platform to the left of where you can see on the screen right now, and then you could just run off and get to the mystery blocks. So it could be like one fluid motion instead of having to do the wraparounds. You got the vine jump though. That's like a full 2-3 seconds, which is pretty nice. Yeah, there's a lot of plants to kill, so the fire's probably a good choice, now that I think about it. Here, I think that it's pretty essential to get the P-speed. So if you kill that guy, yeah, you get the P-speed there. Although the big jump, I'm not sure that's the best way to do it, but it worked. The big turn back afterwards is a lot of dropping motion. That's a really good pickup because it looks like you're gonna... Oh, nope, you didn't avoid the fish. I thought you were gonna avoid a fish. I saw the two... When you see the two fish cross, usually you get a really good pattern. J-Mom. That's nice. If you jump there, you get P-speed later. I know that we tried everything to get like a faster P-speed there, but the fastest thing was just running off. That was a really good first coin pickup. The absolute fastest thing to do for the note blocks in level 2 is if you go to the lower section and you jump up, you can get the very left-hand tip of the first note block and get up there with almost full speed. That's really freaking hard. It's a very hard strat. It's really interesting though to see all these worlds coming together because you know, when we see this in actual full 100% format, I think we're going to see a big time drop with all the strats we're coming up with. This level is actually made incorrectly, so if you jump out of the water and you re-enter it without a penguin suit, you get this bizarre, really fast speed boost every time you jump out and back in. I don't think that makes it faster than a penguin suit, because getting the coin is still very dependent on you being able to swim through that jet stream. This is the part that was super cool. This P-speed strat is really cool. Because I know none of the 100% world records have that. So this is the strat I kept trying to tell Kanga about. Where you can just do a big fly right off the bat. And you like land right here. I was like, so you can do this whole level by just doing big flies. I wonder if that was a fast... Yeah, that was actually a slow fly. You could have gotten a... There's different flight speeds. Most people don't know that there's different flight speeds in Mario. Mario 3. Oof. You missed. That's okay, though. I don't think it changes too much. 2 or 3 seconds. Nice. Yeah, with the amount of level left, taking the damage boost to run and jump at P speed is probably for the best. The fish you kill faster with stomping because the game doesn't count them as gone until they're off the screen, and if you fireball them, they pop up. They fly up in the air a little bit. I'm not sure I buy that the leaf is faster here. The building the staircase with the bricks doesn't seem that long to me. Well, if you make it right in there. So you're going to get the coins on the second pass. If you switch items here, that might be fast enough to warrant using the leaf, but I wouldn't use it for the second run. Maybe the first one. Maybe. But I definitely don't think it saves you too much time here. Especially with the jumps into the pit. The raccoon's just really not very nimble for that. If the next level after this is good for having a raccoon suit, you may want to use the raccoon on the second pass. Yeah, this is Sander run. The Sander17 run. He's got the world record in World 1 currently. You don't need to jump off that turtle. I've seen some people accidentally kill the turtle and think they have to respawn him, but you don't have to. You can get a running jump and get right in there. This clip is a real devastator. Like, it's very, very finicky. You don't have much room to get speed, so it's It's a little frustrating. It does save like 25 seconds though, so you can fail it probably like 12, 13 times and still save time. I'm not counting how many of these are, but 10? I think he said 9. So 11, he saved probably like 4 to 6 seconds instead of actually running and going to the next pipe. I mean, that's not nothing. There's a bunch of little time saves. You lost time. I'm surprised. I may have miscounted them though. I thought you got in like clip attempt number 11. Oh, Mom, thanks for that tier 3 sub for 28 months in a row. I didn't even see that. I'm sorry. I've got my little setup here a little different than normal. It's not even showing my chat, which it's supposed to show the chat. The heck? Is there a reason for going to the fort before these, other than, I guess, the overworld looks closer? Getting rid of the fish would remove movements between levels. This level would be crazy in any percent, but you'd have to do 2 levels instead of 1. Because you could clip through that pipe at the end. I am a little surprised that you can get up there with just 1 Kaiser block. I don't know why I'm surprised. I'm a little surprised. Ah, yes. Faster resets. That would make sense. Why not? Oof. Oh, it's a good thing you can jump all the way off that guy up to the top. That's a really minor time loss, though. Probably like a second. You can hear he's not very happy. Not about that loss. You can, yeah, you're gonna do it. I've seen a lot of people doing this, and I was waiting for somebody to figure out you could just big jump off the top of the stairs and hit the Lakitu like every time. Ooh. Losing PCB there was a little bit awkward, but luckily you were right at the end, so you lost it at a good time, really. Uh-oh. Bypassing the mushroom. The absolute madman. You just run off? I love it when the strat is just run off. And I'm guessing you go for the 3rd coin next instead of the 2nd coin, because then you can damage boost. Yeah, that's where the first one is. The second one is at the coin blocks that are like really high up. There they are. That's where the second one is. But if you go here, this is a water section, so why not have a penguin suit? I think you could have gotten the blooper if you just rushed over top of him and iceballed him. Probably wouldn't have had to really deal with anything. But the penguin moves so fast, it's like, who cares? Do you need that coin block, the Kaizo? Or do you, Oof. Oh, I thought that was a pit. I was like, oh no. It's so useful to know that that's not a pit. What a kind guy. Like, if you just barely missed your platform, you could just jump right to it. That was weird that you missed that platform. Get at 12:09. That's pretty good. Fire, but hopefully you stomp the 3rd one. Save those like 5 frames. Nope. Not saving the 5 frames. probably more like 20. This level, I feel like you can almost just do the any percent strat, but make some like stops, basically. That's pretty close to the any percent strat. That's pretty close. And then you get it back. That's nice. This is going to be hard right here. Like that's a tough little duck jump you did. I could see that being difficult. Oh, you can go through those to the bottom. That's nice. It would suck if you went so fast that those were still bricks when you were falling. Timing works out perfectly. Nice. This is giving people trouble too. This particular level is pretty unforgiving. I think that you could keep P-speed longer in this level. But it's a really hard level to keep P-speed in. A penguin would have been nice here. And then you could penguin after you get the coin. I think most people are just worried that they're about the plants that they have to jump over. But if you duck jump, you can get over almost every plant in here without doing too big of a turn back. I'm not sure which one ends up being the bigger time save though. It's probably pretty close. The real 100% run wouldn't use this anyways. Or wouldn't use a penguin suit here anyways. Because you have to do it on the first pass. There were no major mistakes. That's true. Just a collection of some minor ones. That's pretty good though. That's a really good World 1 time. Like we said though, that's definitely one of the more optimized times that's sitting on the leaderboard right now.